What's going on, everybody? We're here at the Columbus Airport. We're heading to Austin, Texas today to go DJ a wedding, and I'm going to give you as many tips as possible for traveling while DJing. Let's get to it. Alright guys, we are here in Austin, Texas. I'm here in the Hilton right now, just chilling, which is the first thing I want to talk about, which is hotel location. Now, if you are getting in getting into your location late, or you have to leave early, I recommend getting a hotel next to the airport. That'll just minimize the amount of chances that you have of getting to the hotel late and then having to scramble to the gig, or having to deal with traffic on the way to the airport from a hotel that's maybe closer to the venue. Now, if the airport isn't, like, if you have a lot of time before or a lot of time after, or even days before and after, maybe getting a place closer to the venue that you'll be playing at might be a little bit better. Ask around, see what makes sense for you, but I definitely recommend either getting a hotel close to the airport or close to the venue. Next thing I want to talk about is the prep work. So because I'm not driving my gear and I'm not using my gear, sourcing gear for the event was something I had to think about. So one option, the option that I did not go with, is getting a rental car, getting a rental company, doing the pickup, the setup, and the drop off afterwards. I'm only here, today is Thursday, the event is Friday, and I have to leave out Saturday at 6 a.m. So while it was an option at first, it was not the best option, which is why I went with calling a DJ company. Big shout out to Premier Entertainment for helping me out. Hopefully, I haven't worked with them before, so I hope they do a great job tomorrow. But they seemed great. Did my research and found a DJ company, and it's kind of good to put money in the DJ's pocket. They're just basically going to show up, set the gig up as if it was their own gig. They've been to this venue before. That was something that I asked about. And then all I have to do is bring my laptop and my headphones, and I should be good to go for the event. And the reason I went with this way is, one, to give back to DJs, and two, now I know there's someone there who's done a wedding before. It's not just someone who's dropping off rental equipment. So in the worst case scenario, I can ask this guy, hey, can you DJ this wedding for me? He already has my timeline and notes. But luckily I've made it here safe and sound, so there shouldn't be any issues with that. But if there were issues, especially if you don't have a lot of time between when you get in and when that event has to happen, that's a short window for something to go wrong, or a short window to troubleshoot something that's going to go wrong. That is why I went with that option, and hopefully it goes well tomorrow. Another thing I want to talk about is what I brought with me. So I am the king of two carry-ons, one backpack, which is basically all my travel stuff, and then one rollaway, which basically has all my clothes and toiletries, anything else like that. So I can usually get away with like a 7-day trip with just those two carry-ons, but I did bring two more with me today. I brought my typical DJ kind of prep bag. This is like the stuff that has anything that I would need to get dressed before a gig. I didn't probably need it because most of the stuff I have in that bag is also in the travel rollaway, but I feel more comfortable just bringing as much stuff that I could to a normal wedding. So, and then I obviously brought like my DJ bag, which has my laptop, headphones, and some emergency things, iPod Touch, a couple cables, but not a ton, and that is pretty much it. It's a pretty small bag. I moved down from a really large size bag to the Jetback Drop Swift system, which is a rollaway plus a smaller backpack. Actually, let me show you. So this is the top. This is the backpack portion of the Jetpack Drop, and then there's a rollaway version which has a little bit more stuff in it, which I didn't think I needed for this trip. And if you guys are curious, this is the rollaway I typically travel with. Yes, I can get 7 days. I have done 7, maybe even 10 days in Europe with this thing, and just my travel bag, which mostly just has stuff for me to do on the plane and work things. So Genius bag, definitely recommend it. DJ bag, it's a Magma, probably an XL, but I don't know. It's been a long time since I've got this. Oh, sorry, it's the Riot Pack. And this basically has, a hoodie for me, my plane pillow, all of my electronics that I would use on the plane, sunglasses, some watches just in case, just basically everything I would want on a travel bag that doesn't fit in the rollaway. That's what I typically carry with me when I go on trips, and that's what I brought with me today. So the 2 extra bags were the jetpack bag and then my little wedding day duffel. So it's got a mesh pack, and that's where I kind of keep all things that would go in my pockets, keys, wallet. I got a pad. I got a sliding thing here, which has my ties and tie clip if I need those. The main section just has my suspenders, the sticky stuff that rolls, I don't know, lint roller, and then a pair of shoes that I typically wear at my weddings, and I go with the Cole Haans because they're stylish looking. They basically have sneaker bottoms, so they're extra comfortable. So that's what I brought with me, 4 bags today, 2 more than normal. But I just wanted to feel comfortable having my typical wedding day duffel, and just in case there's something in there that I didn't think about. So that's it. All right, everybody, we made it to Bar Mansion here in Austin, Texas. Mike from Premier Entertainment got everything set up perfectly. The ceremony, the main setup, I'll probably be showing that a little bit later. But yeah, he knows the venue. He's been here before, and that I find that invaluable when it comes to choosing which DJ to help you with your out-of-town events. So my next tip comes from something that I did wrong. Double and triple check your plan to make sure you have everything. So I really only thought that I would need my laptop and my phone, but I forgot my iPhone to a 1/4" or XLR adapter that's going to help me plug into the ceremony speaker. So honestly, that's pretty embarrassing because I have, like, no lie, like 10 of these just like in different bags. I just don't have one in my my mini DJ bag. It's on the bottom that I talked about earlier with the jetpack. So that's a mistake for me. Luckily, Mike has an extra iPad with USB-C to 1/4" cable. We were able to get it to the speaker, so I could play those few songs for the ceremony. But again, double, triple check, and kind of make a flow chart in your head of everything that you're going to need. Okay, for the ceremony, what's going to play the music? Okay, the speaker. How are we going to get the music to the speaker? The iPhone. How do I connect the phone to the speaker? Okay, the cable that runs the adapter, and then the 1/4" the 1/8" to 1/4" or 1/8" to 1/8", however you're going to do it. So kind of create a flow chart in your head on how you're going to do everything, and then double, triple check your bags, and don't do what I did. All right, YouTube, we are back in Columbus, Ohio. I apologize, I didn't have more tips from Austin. I actually had to DJ a little bit down in Austin. It was not as easy of a crowd as I thought it was going to be. I heard that the groom's family was Caribbean. I forget which one, and I don't even think I asked, so because it doesn't matter. But they said they like merengue and Latin music, and that's all I need to hear. I'm like, all right, cool. I've been doing that since the womb. Easy stuff. What I didn't know is that they were going to only dance to Latin stuff. So it was very much like I'd play Latin, everybody be on the dance floor, and then I'd stop playing Latin, and then I'd lose, almost 60% of my crowd. So it was definitely a delicate balance because, they only really wanted the Latin music at the beginning, and they wanted a lot of EDM and hip-hop at the end, but I didn't want to leave the family out, so I kept kind of going back to it and, Latin EDM stuff. Anyway, my apologies for not getting more tips to you. Back in Columbus, maybe for more tips today. But one thing that was hindering my show performance last night was my allergies. And, allergy season has kind of subsided in Columbus. I'm fine today. But down in Austin, something down there was really messing with my eyes, like to the point where I was just blinking constantly. So don't forget your allergy or any other medications you have when you go out of town to travel. I know for some of you have more serious illnesses or allergies, that's probably a no-brainer. But for some of us who, maybe just throw some I don't know, whatever allergy medicine is your favorite into your DJ bag, and that way you have it for the next time that you need it. But that was definitely something that I could have used last night. As far as the party, we did have some tech issues, but nothing that really took away from the atmosphere of the party. A buzzing satellite speaker, which was a fill speaker, and maybe we had a couple cutouts because that NS7, the cord that they were using, wasn't good, so I swapped out one of mine. And that was just during cocktail hour. We're talking about 2 or 3 2 seconds where the music cut out before I went and realized what the problem was and fixed it. But again, big shout out to Premier Entertainment. I would not have been able to do it without them. They made my job really easy that day, and I appreciate it. And I don't know if I have any more tips, guys. Just once you get to the wedding and you realize that you got all your preparation has done you well, it's really just do your thing and DJ. But yeah, I did have to DJ a little bit yesterday. I'm used to just I hit play after the anniversary dance and boom, packed dance floor, we go all night. But yeah, it definitely was having to read the crowd a little bit more and not being able to kind of do my own flavor, really just sticking to what I thought the crowd would want to keep them out there. So that's enough for the tip video. I might have some more stuff from here today. I think we'll be able to have some time to fly my drone, and you guys know I like that. So thanks for watching, and if you have any tips for traveling far out of town, like when you're not using like a vehicle or bringing your own gear, leave it down in the comments below. I'm going to respond to everything, and make sure you ask any questions you have. Peace. DJ Access out.